So, Barrett miscues is clear. And it's a throw into Rovers. Right inside the Athlone Town half. It's going to be Sean Gannon coming forward to take it. So, throw in. The far side. Our cameraman's falling asleep here.
How do you do this filming a football?
So, comes back in here to Stephen O'Donnell, who takes a touch. Plays it back to Gannon. Gannon comes back here to Sivez. Sivez drops the shoulder and comes inside, finds Chris Turner. Turner now in. I looked to play the feet of Gary O'Neill, but it was well cut out. But Kieran Kilduff as well to get onto that, but didn't get a call, and Relihan was able to get in, but the clearance only goes out for a Rovers throw in here in front of the West Stand, in front of the Athlone dugout, and it's going to be Conor McCormick to take it. Finds Stephen O'Donnell, who's got a bit of space to turn into, and can find Chris Turner in the middle. Turner's touch is heavy and it's forcing backwards, but he's going to make Sean Gannon work, but Sean will be able to get onto that. He's done really, really well and plays a good ball out here to Billy Dennehy, who was able to take a little touch to Conor McCormick and find Stevie, and it comes to Chrissy Turner. Turner to O'Neill. The pass was too heavy, and Athlone can break here. But Billy Dennehy does well to win it back, and Gary O'Neill can just lay it back here to Stephen O'Donnell, and O'Donnell goes across to Sean Gannon. Gannon looks to play the long ball towards Kilduff. Kilduff with the little flick on towards Gary O'Neill, but it's well won by Tommy Barrett, who just gets it back to Schlingerman. I'm going to enjoy saying Schlingerman. I hope he gets a lot of the ball, to be honest with you. It's a good name, that. So it's Schlingerman here going to take the goal kick. And it's Sean Gannon beaten in the air, and it's going to go out for a Rovers throw in. Bowes one up, and it's Bistow Flood, and Drogheda one up. It's Hannipy as Turner plays the ball in here to O'Donnell. O'Donnell, lovely. Kilduff's touch is heavy, but he's able to get it back to Sean Gannon, who plays the ball in towards. It's won by Donald. Comes to Kieran Kilduff. I'm not quite sure what Kilduff was trying to do there. His first touch was heavy. He tried to lay it off, but it went straight to an Athlone Town player, and that's going to be throw in. Comes here to O'Donnell. O'Donnell finds Turner, but it's well read. Once again, but Billy then he can nick in. Billy's done well. It comes off the referee, and it's cleared long. And there's a chase on here with Bobby Tears done well, but McCormick and I don't know. It's gone back to Thompson, who rolls it out to Sivez. Sivez has Chris Turner in midfield. Turner can turn and finds Stephen O'Donnell in a bit of space here. O'Donnell, it's very patient build up here, but Rovers goes back into Turner. Turner back to O'Donnell, and he plays it back in here to Sivez. Telling Billy Dennehy where he wants Billy Dennehy to be, and it's Gannon here. Has Turner inside. Turner can turn here and plays it back in here to Murray. Murray can bring the ball forward just into the Athlone Town half. Plays it out here to Conor McCormick. McCormick to down the line to Billy Dennehy. Billy with his first chance to run at the right full. Scullion, and it goes off Scullion and out for a throw into Rovers. Just parallel to the 18-yard line there, and he's going to leave it. Billy leaves it to Conor McCormick. Finds Gary O'Neill. Gary O'Neill's first touch is good. He's held off, falls down, and there's a hand in the back there, according to the referee, and it's going to be a free into Rovers. Just outside, about, let's see, right, it's 25 metres out, just to the left-hand side here. It's Gary McCabe and Billy Dennehy standing over it. Got to maybe fancy Gary McCabe from here, as Slingerman just tries to position his three-man wall there. Chris Turner standing at the edge of it, and it is going to be McCabe, who has his wall does its job well, but it cannons back out towards O'Donnell. O'Donnell heads back in. It's clear, but O'Donnell get up win again and finds McCabe, and that's a lovely little touch by McCabe for Gary O'Neill. Gary O'Neill's first touch isn't great, but he's forced back inside. Finds Stephen O'Donnell. O'Donnell goes across here to Gannon. Gannon could probably do with someone out wide, but everyone's fairly central. Looks towards O'Neill at the back post. O'Neill's jump, or it was actually Turner's jump was late, and that doesn't look good. He went into the back of I think it was Jamie Carr, and Carr is quite slow in getting up, but I think, or is it Carr now? It's not. It's Noel Scullion, but he's quite slow getting up, but I think he's all right. And we're going to continue here with free out to Athlone Town. So Rovers very comfortable here at the moment. Everything being played in that lone half. And O'Donnell and Turner seeing lots of the ball in midfield. I'd like to see maybe Dennehy and McCabe getting the ball more. as the ball comes down here. It's won well by Dan Murray down towards Kieran Kilduff. Kilduff is beaten in the air, and it'll only go out for a Rovers throw in here, just inside the Athlone Town half. Taken by McCormick to O'Donnell. O'Donnell looks for the angle ball for McCabe, but he never really made proper contact with that, and it's gone straight through the Schlingerman. So hopefully that's not a sign that they're going to try get maybe a little bit desperate too early. But Schlingerman's goal kick comes out. It's well won by Conor McCormick, but it just drops in to Young in midfield. He looks to play an angle ball well by Gannon. Gannon finds McCabe, and McCabe now has his first chance to run a car, but he's got good support there. Finds O'Neill. O'Neill to Turner. Turner has McCormick out here. It's a good ball by Chris Turner, and McCormick comes inside and plays a little ball over the top. It's flicked on by O'Neill and won again by Conor McCormick, but cleared out here. But it's going to be Dan Murray, who's got a lot of time and a lot of space. Tier hadn't really pressed him, but so we can find Cives. Cives plays the long ball out here to Gannon. Gannon looking for an option, finds the run of Gary O'Neill. O'Neill does really well to get it into him, hold it up. Just needs a simple pass now, and he has it with Chris Turner. Chris Turner now with a bit of space. Looks to switch the play, but he's played that behind Conor McCormick, who wants to come back and get it, but he just played in here to Stephen O'Donnell. O'Donnell looks for O'Neill, well chested down by Neil towards Kilduff. It's well read by Danaher, and it's Tier who can play it away here to Williamson, the captain. His force wide plays a ball down the line, but it was well called by Ryan Thompson. Didn't look like he was going to quite make it, but the ball just came through to him as Murray plays it out here to McCormick. McCormick pushing inside to Stephen O'Donnell. He was seeing an awful lot of the ball in the first 10 minutes. So finds Turner. Turner to Gannon. Gannon, good ball into the feet of Kilduff, whose first touch is poor, and it's gone out for he tried to play it away from Barrett there so we could get a cross in, but his touch was heavy, and it's gone out for that Lone Town goal kick. Referees stop and play there. I think it's Sean Gannon's boot was open, and just in front of us there is Ken O'Mann, Paddy Kavanagh, Gary Twigg and Alan Manus, all rested tonight. So the goal kick down towards McCormick. McCormick wins well, but it just comes back in here to Stack, who plays a ball over the top, but McCormick gets a foot in to nip it away from Tier, and the ball's played across here to Gannon, who can bring the ball forward. He's got a bit of space, plays it out here to Gary McCabe. McCabe now has a chance to put a good ball in here. It takes a deflection. O'Neill's first touch. He looked to control it and bring it inside, and the clearance just goes over the head of Dan Murray to Cives. Cives finds Stevie O'Donnell. Great ball by Billy Dennehy to McCormick. McCormick he's well shepherded out, but he can just come back in here to Dan Murray. Dan Murray plays a good ball to Sean Gannon. It's picked up instead by McCabe, who's forced back out, and just comes in here to Dan Murray. The ball pops up on him there, but Billy Dennehy's touch is poor, but he's blocked it down there and put a bit of pressure on Scullion, whose clearance will only go out for a Rovers throw in just on the halfway line here, taken straight away by Dan Murray for Chrissy Turner. Turner plays a ball over for Gary McCabe. It's a nice ball by Chris Turner. So McCabe with another chance to run, coming inside, has support with Turner. Turner has O'Donnell inside him and has McCormick out here if he needs him, and he finds Billy Dennehy instead. McCormick goes on the overlap. Good foot with the ball to left. Good touch. Gary McCabe. 1-0 Shamrock Rovers. Great ball in by Conor McCormick. It was touched down by Kieran Kilduff and smashed home by Gary McCabe. At Shamrock Rovers 1 at Lone Town 0.
Goal for Shamrock Rovers scored by number 7, Gary McCabe. The time for the golden goal for the Tallahoops is 12 minutes.
So 12 minutes gone. Shamrock Rovers 1 at Lone Town 0. Good patient build up by Rovers between O'Donnell and Turner in midfield. Ball came across here to Billy Dennehy. Then he touched it out from McCormick, put it in. It was touched down by Kilduff and smashed home by Gary McCabe. So that's the start that Rovers need. It's an early goal. If they can maybe get another one quick as Athlone aren't really showing anything going forward, so if you can get us maybe a second goal there, you can kill the game off early. But we're going to continue with a Athlone Town throw in. It's flicked on, touched by Chavez to Murray. Murray was hoping Thompson hadn't come, but so we can just play it to Conor McCormick. McCormick bringing it out with a bit of pace. Finds Chrissy Turner. Turner has Stevie O'Donnell. O'Donnell now pushing on, has a cape outside him, comes inside. I look to play the little angle ball for Kieran Kilduff, but just slightly overhit it, and I'll just go out for the long town throw in. But a bit more, I won't say urgency, but Rovers got the ball a little bit quicker there rather than passing it around the middle when O'Donnell got on it. When McCormick got on it, he used the board forward, and O'Donnell looked to get the ball forward quickly, but the pass, it was a good idea, but the pass was slightly overhit, and out for so Alan getting his photo taken here as Shangaman's goal kick comes down towards Sean Gannon. Sean Gannon runs really well, and a bit of Kilduff can get onto that now, and he's done really well to get away down the left, and a decent ball in, blocked down by Tommy Barrett, and out for the corner to Rovers. So more pressure from Rovers here with a chance for Billy Dennehy maybe to put a good ball in here. Murray and Chavez push forward. A run by McCabe takes Scullion out of the box. Good ball in, well cleared, but Stevie O'Donnell can get onto this here on the far side. Needs a bit of support, has it with Sean Gannon, who switched to this side to come across for possession, and plays the simple ball there to Conor McCormick, who once again gets it out here to Billy Dennehy. Billy finds Gary McCabe. Gary McCabe finds Chris Turner. Pass wasn't great, but Dan Murray can find Stevie O'Donnell out here on the left hand side. Comes back into Dan Murray. Dan, very patient build up by Roberts, finds Conor McCormick. McCormick brings it forward. And he looked to play the 1-2 with Gary O'Neill, but it was slightly overhit and went through the Schlingerman. So good work by Billy Dennehy just to come in cover here for Conor McCormick, who's in the opposite corner from where he should be, slowly making his way back across as the ball comes down this way, and Billy tangles with Stack, but he'll just go out for a Rovers throw in. Money going to leave for McCormick, who's finally come back over this side. Finds Dan Murray. McCormick has Chavez inside, so Chavez with a lot of space. Finds Sean Gannon out there on the right hand side. O'Gannon plays a good ball into the feet of Gary O'Neill. O'Neill's first touch is great, and he holds the ball up well. Blocked as he looks to get his touch on, but O'Donnell can get a foot in there and get it back to Chavez. Chavez plays it out here to Gannon. Gannon has Turner inside him. Is past to find McCabe. His boards cut out. Tommy Barrett goes out here to Carr. Carr look for the run down for. Oh, that went over the head of Chavez, but Bobby's here could only head the ball out of play, and Gannon takes it quickly for Chris Turner, who steps inside and finds Dan Murray, who can stride and bring the ball out here. Need an option about now. Has Chris Turner inside, goes for the angle ball to Gary McCabe instead. Gary McCabe's first touch is just to knock it back to Gannon. Gannon plays it in towards Kieran Kilduff. Well won by Kieran, but just couldn't direct his header on target. He won it well. There was very little pace on it, and it just kind of, it was turning but not turning enough, and it goes out for the goal kick. Some more good pressure from Rovers, good patient build up. Very subdued atmosphere. Kind of feels like a friendly game tonight, but so it's going to be Schlingerman here with the goal kick. Out here towards Stack, jumping with Murray. Murray wins, and his head goes forward, and that's not going to go out of play, and it's cleared by Scullion. Down towards O'Donnell. O'Donnell's little header comes off the goalkeeper and just goes to Williams. Oh, and Gannon does well. His header is one. McCabe can keep that in and just knock it back here to Gannon, who could find Turner straight away in midfield. Good play by Gannon. Out here to Conor McCormick. McCormack back into Turner. And finds Billy Dennehy. McCormack gone on the overlap, but it has to go back here to Turner. Turner over the head of Stephen O'Donnell to Gannon. Gannon into O'Donnell. O'Donnell here with a bit of space maybe to run into it. Finds Chrissy Turner, who has McCormack outside. I don't think he needed to lift that. He made McCormack work to keep it in, but he's done well, and he can step back inside onto his right. Gets a good ball in. It might come in here to Gannon, who's going to have a dig. He came to O'Neill at the edge of the box, but the linesman's flag has gone up, and O'Neill was offside. It was a poor attempt by Gannon, but it fell nicely to Gary O'Neill, but the linesman's flag had gone up. He turned well, but so it's going to be a free out to Athlone Town. Oh, one in Italy. Get in, Rossi. Get in. Forza Azzurri. As the goal kick comes down and over the head of Stack and out for throw into Rovers. Conor McCormack to take it. Don't know if anyone saw the Italian team today. It's fucking awesome. Pirlo, Montalivo, Aquilani. It's great midfield. As Owen Monaghan comes away down the right, cut out by Sean Gannon, who finds Gary McCabe. McCabe plays a lovely ball down the line for Kieran Kilduff, faced by Barrett, but Barrett does well. Kilduff able to get up and find Gary McCabe. And McCabe just lays it back in here to Stephen O'Donnell. Oh, lovely ball for Stephen O'Donnell. Kilduff. Oh, and a good ball in, but well cleared. Good play here by Rovers. It's a Turner here who has McCabe right out here in the left in an acre of space. Good ball in with the left, but it's well cleared down toward. And he did well there. Terry looked to find his header looked like it was going to be cut out by Turner, but instead they're able to come away here now with Monaghan, who finds Terry out on left, who looks to play a ball inside here to Williams. And the Rovers are going to sleep here. There's a break down the left, but McCormack shredded it really well, and he can get across and win that. And it's out for a throw into Athlone Town. Just for the moment there, Rovers fell asleep, and Scullion was able to get away there down the right, but it was well covered by Conor McCormack, who just cleared the ball out for a throw in. That'll encourage Athlone Town there. Good little passage of play. And the throw in taken here comes back to and it was Monaghan who came in from behind there, and Rovers didn't see him coming in. He got a touch, but he couldn't control it, and it just came through to Ryan Thompson. And Gannon plays the ball down now to McCormack. To McCabe. McCabe faced by two. Oh, he's done really well, Gary McCabe. And he has a shot. Oh, well done by the keeper. Really good work by Gary McCabe. Dinked inside two players, left them standing, got inside the box. I got a good shot away, but Shingerman was able to get down and cover it. Good work there by Gary McCabe. As the clearance comes down here to Scullion, and it was Billy Denny who got a foot in, knocked it out for a throw in. Pat's now 2-0 up, short haul with the goal there. Yeah. And Stephen O'Donnell, ball played down the line, won by McCormack's header goes inside to Dan Murray, whose clearance will find Gary McCabe, who just couldn't find Kieran Kilduff. But Billy puts his foot in there, and Scullion goes down under the challenge, and it's going to be a free kick to Athlone Town, just right on the halfway line. So it's going to be Scullion to take the free kick. So good ball in. Well run by Chris Turner. Good talk by Civi, but his header only finds Stack. But well done, Billy Dennehy. Good work by Billy Dennehy, and Billy can get away. Stack doesn't look like he wants to get back, and if he can get his head up, and he's done well, but he's got a boy, and it was Paul Danaher coming across the cover and just knocks it out. Billy could have got his head up there. There was a few players, a lot of space on the other side, but looked to knock the ball by Scullion. But as I said, Danaher was across the cover and just snuck it out for a throw in. It's taken now to Dan Murray, who finds Craig Sives, who has Gannon all the way over the far side. He's getting a lot of space on the ball here, and his ball into Gary O'Neill is flicked out to McCabe. McCabe plays it into Kilduff. Kilduff's a little touch. Oh, just couldn't find Gary McCabe. And Williamson can cover up at the back. Looks to play the ball into here, but it's cut out by Murray, who finds Stephen O'Donnell, who finds Conor McCormick down the line for Billy. Billy can just come back in here to Conor McCormick. Back to Stephen O'Donnell, who can get it out here to Craig Silvez in the middle of the park. And then out to Gannon. Good ball into Chris Turner, who a bit of space opens up in front of him. He elects to go out to Gary McCabe, whose first touch is heavy, comes inside, but Chris Turner, Gary O'Neill, lovely little touch inside. Oh, but it was well marshalled by Paul Danaher there, and he was able to cover it. It went through the Slingerman. Good little touch there by Neil. And I looked to have put Kilduff in, but it was good defending. And it's going to be Slingerman with the kick out. It's won by Stack, but it'll only go through to Ryan Thompson, who can get the ball out straight away to Gannon. Just with Monaghan playing Bobby Tier up front there in his own, the full backs are getting a lot of the ball, as Turner plays an angle ball for Billy Dennehy. An important touch there by Scullion just to knock it out of the path of Billy Dennehy, and it's going to be a throw in here. Taken by Billy to Stevie O'Donnell. O'Donnell angle ball for McCormick, but Monaghan had done well. But McCabe keeps it in, knocks it back to Gannon. Cannon take a touch. Look, put the ball in. Oh, it's well cleared. Dan Murray wins the header, puts it back in. I think that's going to be Slingerman's all the way. He does well to come and collect that. Gannon wins that header, and it's going to be a throw into at Longtown. So maybe since the goal, I think Rovers have, I don't know, the ball's not gone through midfield as much as it was just before the goal. O'Donnell and Turner were seeing a lot of the ball, and they were moving that long about. I think they're getting it forward a little bit quicker. It's coming wide straight away. So, but we're back on here now. Ball played forward by Williamson down the line for Gannon, who's under pressure by Monaghan, and Monaghan can keep the ball in play, and it's out for a throw into at Longtown, right down near the corner flag. So a chance maybe if Jamie Carr has a long throw in to get it into the box. They're not obviously not pushing any more forward on this, so it's not. I don't think it's going to make it into the box. It's Monaghan who's going to go looking for it. But towards the edge, won by Gannon, does really well, knocked back in and out by O'Donnell, and and a decent attempt there by Niall Scullion, but he was going to be struggling to keep it on target all the time, and it goes over the bar. So probably the first effort they've actually had, so that'll be a bit encouraging there for it long, as Silvez plays the ball out here to Sean Gannon. Sean Gannon has no option, looks to go direct again towards Kilduff. It was over the head of Danaher, and it just goes straight to Slingerman. I think, as I said, Rovers seem to be going a bit more direct since the goal. I think they were getting more out of it, going through O'Donnell and Turner in midfield. As Murray's header will only come here to Tier, who checks back inside and finds Scullion. Scullion comes inside, Billy Dennehy, but Billy gets a foot in. Chris Turner into the feet, Gary O'Neill. O'Neill to back to Turner. Turner out here to Billy Dennehy. Billy does well, gets it inside to Chris Turner. Turner has O'Donnell, that's better. O'Donnell out to Gannon. Gannon looking for an option, has it in Chris Turner. Chris Turner's first touch takes the ball away from him, and he plays a lovely ball inside for Billy Dennehy, who finds Conor McCormick. Conor McCormick comes back in on his right, plays a deep ball towards the back towards Kilduff. Kilduff wins. Oh, but there's no one there, and it's a bit of lack of communication between Slingerman and Danaher, but eventually it's cleared, and that's a decent ball, but Dan Murray could just take a touch and bring it back in. So Murray finds Stephen O'Donnell. He played the ball into Gary O'Neill, but it was always going to be very difficult for Gary O'Neill to do anything with it. And it's gone out for a long counter, and it was basically a ball slammed in right at the chest of Gary O'Neill that he was always going to struggle maybe to hold up, but it There's an injury here now to Stephen Relihan. And this is going to get a bit of treatment. So I'll just have a quick look, see what's happening here. 2-0 Italy. Cassano, get in. Forza Azzurri. Cassano and Rossi on the score sheet. Get in.
Well, he hasn't told us what the Italian team were wearing yet, so you know.
Yeah. So UCD 1-0 up with Russell. 2-0 Pats. They get home to Crumlin United. Still 1-0 draw there in Merview.
Monaghan got another one.
And 2-0 Monaghan. 1-0 there, of course. Still 0 all Wexford Youths, Derry City.
Could be a long hour.
That's going to be great. Italy are 2-0 up. So, Relihan looks like he's okay. So we're just going to start back here with a throw into Athlone. Very deep in their own half. Taken by Carr. One comes into O'Neill. O'Neill knocks it back to McCabe. McCabe looks to get it inside the Turner. But Williamson does well to come away with it. And he looked to find Scullion, but only found Conor McCormack, whose touch was heavy. And once again, he looked to try get it out here to Scullion, but one over the head of Scullion. A throw into Rovers. Conor McCormack can just take it quickly here to Stephen O'Donnell. Back here to Dan Murray. Goes straight across here to Sean Gannon. Gannon now has Chris Turner inside him. Turner under a bit of pressure, turns back and finds Civez, who straight to Dan Murray. Dan Murray brings it forward finds Billy Dennehy out here on the left. Billy plays a deep ball in towards the back. Kilduff beaten in the air, but Gary McKay. Oh no! I thought Gary McKay was caught as he went to control that there, but his touch took the ball out of play and out for a throw into Athlone Town. I thought as he went to control the ball there, I thought he was caught by Jamie Carr, and I think if he wasn't caught by Carr, he would have got onto that. But referee didn't see it, linesman didn't see it, and it's an Athlone Town throw in halfway inside their own half to be taken by Jamie Carr. It's won by Craig Civez. Williamson beaten in the air by Turner. Finds Kilduff. Ball out here to Monaghan, who comes inside and can switch across here to Scullion. And Billy got pulled right into the middle. But Billy doing well to get back. Doesn't need the foul. And he's given the foul away. And I think Mr. Connolly's going to have a word with him. I don't think it was he. I don't think he didn't need to get sucked in that far, Billy, but he was always struggling to get back at it. I think there was a bit of cover there. He didn't maybe need to just kind of put a hand on him, but it's a chance now for Scullion to put a ball into the box.
Wexford are 1 up against Derry.
Wexford are 1-0 up against Derry. Go on, the youths. So it's Scullion with the free kick here. Bit of movement inside the box. It's a decent delivery in, but it's won by Conor McCormack. And Gary O'Neill gets a foot on that. And a good touch by Kilduff is able to find McCabe. And a great ball by McCabe for Billy Denny. And then he's being pulled back. And the referee gives the free kick. I thought that was that was a yellow. If it was a free kick, it was a yellow card. He hasn't. And he hasn't given the free kick. I thought he'd given the free kick. He just let it go, throw in. That's a couple of poor decisions there now by the referee. As Turner just picks the ball up in midfield and gets touched to Civez. He finds Stephen O'Donnell. O'Donnell back out here to Turner. Or Turner to Sean Gannon, who has McCabe outside him. And McCabe can just knock it back in here actually to Gannon. Good ball into O'Neill, whose first touch is great, but he turns himself into trouble. And McCabe wins that. And O'Neill can't get onto it, unfortunately. It's come to Stack, who just plays the ball forward, but it'll only come here to Dan Murray, who's quite pushed up. Dan plays a good ball out here to Conor McCormack. Finds Billy Denny. So Billy really wants to have a run here now. Knocks out, does well there. Billy gets a ball in. Chris Turner. Oh, just couldn't get it on target. It was a good. Billy did well. He got by. He kind of pulled it back and was coming to the edge of the box. So Turner was coming in, caught at the edge of the box, but didn't really catch it right, and it's gone wide. But Good work by Billy there. You can see that after he got pulled back there, you really weren't going to want to get into the ball and have another run.